Hey everybody, this is Larry. This is me going with Q3 of the weekly contest 250. Maximum number of points with cars. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Join me on Discord, especially if you're doing these contests. A lot of smart people go over the contest right afterwards in my Discord. So, if you're into that kind of conversation, come and join us. Contribute or just listen or whatever you like to do. Okay, so for this one, I think there is a dynamic programming solution, and I did it that way. And there's yeah, uh, hmm. but yeah, but I'm gonna go over. So there are two things I want to say. One is that I did this, on a virtual contest live, and I did it this way. I'm gonna give a brief explanation. I'm gonna go over my explanation here, where I actually don't remember this problem, to be frank. Like, it felt familiar, but I didn't remember it. But I also solved this on this site called binarysearch.com. I'll go with that solution. I think it's a slightly more intuitive. And then I'm going to talk about an optimization to kind of get the speed down. But the idea here is that the way that I wrote it during the virtual contest, and is that, and this is n times m times log m, where m is the number of columns. And the idea here is just, okay, for every row, you get a score for each cell, right? And this is like dynamic programming stuff. So if you're struggling with dynamic programming, I would recommend working on dynamic programming first. And then from that, for each cell, you just greedily look at the previous cell and then get the max element that you can get using some kind of criteria, which is this offset thing, right? This offset thing that you have to do is that you subtract the offset. So then here, the way that I did it is I kind of do a sort of kind of like a sliding window, if you will, where, okay, I look at the left, for each cell, I look at the left, I look at the right, and I combine them in a way such that I get the max from the left, I get the max from the right, and then I add it to the current score. And that's basically the way that I did here. And I did it in a sliding window thing where, okay, every number starts on the right side, and then I slowly pop them off to go to the left, and then the rest of it is just math. And you can work out the math one by one by just like keeping track of, okay, every time I move one element from the right, shift off by one, we add one to everything to the right side. We subtract one to everything from the left side because they get further away, and so forth. So and then you just do some math to kind of balance that. So that's basically the way that I did it in contest. This was messy. I spent 25 minutes and a wrong answer. I actually apparently did this in binarysearch.com, as I said this earlier. I think this solution is more intuitive in that I pre-process this, in that instead of doing it in a sliding window kind of way at the same time, I just basically pre-process the answer such that I pre-process the answer such that I have the answer. I can do the lookup of the answers really quickly, and by that I mean that, okay, the way that I pre-process it is I look at the previous row. That's one, and on the previous row I go, okay, what's the cost of only caring about one element, and then what's the cost of adding two elements with the associated cost, and then three elements with that cost, and then like with that offset, right? And you do a kind of a prefix min type thing, or prefix max. Sorry, you do a prefix max. So then here you add things to the left, you add things to the right, you reverse the left, so then you pre-process it so that as you kind of go from left to right, you know what's the offset, you know what's the best thing to the right, and then you kind of remove them and so forth. That's the idea that I like here. And from that, you can actually think of this as a sort of a mono Q type thing where you always get the max from the right, and that the answer only change in a certain things. I have a mono Q video that you can check out. I'll put a link somewhere below. I recommend going through that, and yeah, and that should kind of give you the idea of solving it. The way I did this again is R times C times log C, where C is the row, C is the column, and R is the rows. You can actually optimize this to just all times C. Definitely recommend going through that solution. But yeah, but if you want to see my thought process in more detail, you can watch me solve a live during contest right now. Let's give it a spin. Okay, that's good. Okay, Q3, maximum number of points with cost. You 1 cell in each row. However, you lose points with 2 cells on the previous row. For having 2 adjacent rows, picking cells at what? Okay. So this is 3, 5, 3, and then you must subtract 1 distance on distance. Okay. This is awkward. This is just gonna be D. I mean, this is DP, greedy. This feels like something I've seen, but it's okay. So go here, here. Okay, yeah, no, it's DP, but I feel like I have to do a transformation somewhere to kind of make the math a lot easier. Cause yeah. No, because if you're sloppy, you have 2 rows of 10 to the 5th over 2, and that's just not quite ideal. I must subtract. Like, this is some like weird mono Q, maybe. Is it? Max of that minus. Like I'm getting some vibes with sliding window and whatever, but okay. Slow down, Larry, and then think. Okay, so you do 1 scan on the first number, and then you have 0, 1, and then next you subtract everything on the right by on the next one you add no, you get closer, so you get 1 more benefit and you add everything to the left. How do I phrase that? And then you get the max of those 2 components, right? Okay, so the effective score would be -1, -2, and then we factor that in, and then as we move shift, then you add everything on this thing to the right. Okay, I think I got it. It's a little bit awkward to think about though. So, okay, let's see. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of potential mistakes, but I think this is okay. So let's do it. Rows is equal to length of points. Columns is equal to length of points of 0, maybe. Yep. Okay. I'm just looking for zeros. Okay. Maximum points you can achieve. Are these all odd numbers? Or not odd numbers, but positive numbers? I'm just trying to think whether there could be negative contribution from the previous row, and I think that the answer is no, because at worst they're all zeros, and then if they're all zeros, then you just take the row previous, and yeah, and then just take that. So okay, so then now we have I'm trying to think. So what I'm thinking right now is that I think we can use 2 heap type things, or sorted list in my case, to be honest. But I'm also just trying to think whether it makes. I think there is like a mono queue type thing, but on a contest, and I am on a contest, even though it's a virtual contest, I'm not gonna spend time on that. So let's do that. So okay. So let's start off by on the first row. So okay. Squares is equal to times columns for the first row. For the first row, we go for the best score, because we don't have any negative score, so that's just the base case. So then the base case is for C in range of cars, row sub 0 of C scores, oops, my ASCII is weird, let's go to, okay, right, and then now we go, okay, for R in range of 1 to rows, yeah, okay, I think we're good. And then here we want to go new or next score, maybe next scores is equal to do. I guess we could actually just why did this is not even a thing, but okay. But I can actually set this already to just points of 0, so I don't even need this. I know that I manipulate the input now, but that's fine, I'm lazy. So then this is points of R, and then now we look at the previous row as we said, and we want to pre-process it. Yeah, okay. So then now for previous row, let's say if for C and range sub cars, was it score sub C? We want to subtract that by C. 0, yeah, okay. And then now we want to do, what do we want to do, Larry? Yeah, and then now for C and range of comms, we do next scores of C. This is Leetcode 2, or this is, we add this to the previous best scores on the left and on the right. So let's actually set left is equal to sorted list, and right is equal to sorted list. I hope this is not too slow from import sorted list. And then here we want to get the max of, so the max of the left and the max of the right. Oops. So this is going to be the max of the, I don't know why I typed this backwards, but it's too late. Yeah, and then at the very end, we just score is equal to next scores. And also, let's just do best is equal to 0, best is equal to max of scores. Though I think we don't have to do this on every iteration, we have to return best. Now we have to do the, for everything we have to slide. So after we, yeah, okay. So now after this, we want to slide. How do we want to slide? Like the electric slide. Also, this is not sufficient. We actually want this to be scores. Yeah, okay. And then now we want to do a slide. We slide, but oh, and this is actually a little bit wrong. No, well, in the beginning it's right, but we have to do an offset. So the offset is that when we shift, when we go one to the right, when we go to the right, we actually add C, and then as we here, we subtract C because we're moving away from it. Does that make sense? Yeah, okay. No, I think this makes sense. But then now we have to shift some stuff. So now after we did the math here, then what is the change? The delta is, as we go to the right, then we take score sub C, we take this and we put it into left. So left dot add this, is that right? Is this right? Anyway, and then right we would remove, we would pop off. Am I doing this right? Yeah. I mean, I have all the ideas, but I think I'm just handling things a little weirdly. So we have 0, -1, -2, and we shift. Well, So then everything to the right is the same, except we want to add a number. And everything to the left is subtract 1. I guess that's right. I think I'm okay with this. I may be off by 1, but I think this is roughly what I want to do though. Okay, I'll arrange. Where am I arrange? Oh, this. Oh yeah, because this might not have an element. Like left doesn't have any element yet because our default is that column sub C is to the right. Okay, so how do I type this in a smarter way? Okay, whatever. Let's just do it the dumb way. Score is equal to right of minus 1 plus C if length of left is greater than 0 and left of minus 1 minus C is greater than score. Score is equal to left. This is a little bit yucky, but that's okay, right? No? Oh no, max score. Oh, scores. Typo, typo, typo. Oh no, pay to win. Okay, let's see. 9 and 11, is that right? 9 and 11. Am I confident about this? I mean, doing a contest. Oh, this is doing a contest, so you don't get any answer anyway. But what else can I test? I guess I could test the one case, one column and one row. I think that's a reasonable case to test. That's one column, one row is. So let's kind of make sure those are working. 10. Okay, so this is clearly not working, which is great that we test this. But okay, so 1 plus 2, but that should be 10. Okay, so why is one row not working? Oh, because we skip this on here. So that's okay. Let's add that here. That's why we test things. That's why we're still sad, because we put the best is equal to 0 afterwards. Okay. But I guess we don't even need this. So that's whatever real quick. That's why we test code. Let's give it a submit. Fingers crossed. Hopefully it's not too slow. That's my only concern, because these are log n type things. If it's too slow, I'm going to be a little bit sad. Maybe a lot sad. Oh, okay. Wrong answer is even sadder. Okay. Why is this wrong? I put 14, but 15 is the optimal answer. Why is it 15? That's yikes. Let's see. Okay. So I have 14. Why do I have 14? What is the optimal answer? Is there greedy? Let's say 4, 4, 5 is already 14. Right? But here, if we have 4, 4, 5, 3, it should be. So this has a contribution of 2. Oh no, that's only 13. So that's 15. Okay, so 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 5, 3 is the answer. But I do. What do I do? Ding dong dong. What do I get? So I have. Okay, skipping the first row. We have some 11, 14 is here. That's a little bit awkward. Is that an actual path though? Previous is 12. What is going on here? 7, 12. Something is really weird. Because I have a 7 here. No. Did I really mess up? I really messed up, didn't I? Because this is the first row. How did I even get a 7? So, okay. Something is just really weird. Yikes. Okay, let's print that out as well. For the previous row. So this is the previous row, right? So then sums it up to get here, because now this is 2. So 3 going to 5 is 7. Actually, that's correct. So 3 going to 5 to 5 to 2, is that right? That is 12 plus 3 minus 1. Okay, so I could see 14 being a possible answer. So we're correct here. So why are we wrong on the 15 though? Well, let's see. The 4 to 4 to 5 should be 13. So we should have a 13 on the second to last row, which we do. Right? Yeah. Okay. So then why is 13 to 11 really bad? Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, why is that? Yeah, maybe do I have some weirdness? Maybe I have some weirdness. Also, I'm being really dumb with the optimization, at least on the left side, because the left side doesn't have to be a sorted list. You just get the max, right? So we can optimize that away. Though running time is not really the issue. And even on the right, maybe right side is fine, but okay. Yikes. So 13 here is right? Because it's 4, 4, so this is 8. That's good. And 8 plus is 13, which is good. Yeah, so then here, once we're here, what does that do? This is 10 plus 4, 10 plus 3. Do I have it off by 1? 1, 2, 3. No, 10 plus 3. So this is 13 plus. No, I think my light just got dimmer. No, I think I handled the left side incorrectly. I think this has to be because I'm adding 10 to the left, but it should not be 10, right? Am I double subtracting this? Is that right? That's the offset. I'm handling the left side a little bit weird. I know. I think that's why, but because I add this here, but I think I need to add the left as this, but something else. Someone's messing around with the lights for some reason, but because when I add left, I'm adding the 10, and then the 10 immediately gets a subtract score because it's on the left. So I think I'm handling the left side incorrectly. Right? So, okay, so I subtract 1. We want the second number to be subtract 2. I think I'm just handling the left side really incorrectly as part of the shift. And why is someone like messing around the lights? Come on. Okay, so anyway, we have this number. That's all on the. This all begins on the right side, and as we see to the left, this one should be. Plus 1. I'm only thinking one number. Second. Why is this so weird? Okay. So we have 12. Okay, it starts at 12, and then it should be 11 after one step, and then 2 is 10, 9. So that's how I got the number. So that part is right. But then we have on the second number, maybe that's where I fail. I mean, that's definitely where I fail. But I'm really bad at arithmetic. So we start at 6, and then as it gets closer, we add it. Let's say this is just plus C. Did I already press the button? I guess I did. That didn't do enough. Yikes. Let's. How do I want to debug it? Maybe that's another way. Let's see. C, left, right. So okay, so yeah, this has nothing, has this thing, and then now it has 12. Yes, the second number is 6, but it really shouldn't be 6, because it's 6, and then, so it started out 6 on the right side, with an offset of, what am I doing? Poop. So then after we shifted over 1, this is, why does this plus C not fix it? Yeah, so this is 13, but then now everything is on the left minus C because of how we do it. Because 12 should be minus C, but 7 should be this minus, so one step away should be minus 1. I'm not factoring that. Maybe I don't need this. No, I'm doing this in a really weird way. It's something like this, but I'm really bad at math right now. I guess this is just like a real contest. I'm struggling like painfully. Okay, so 12 goes to the left. This should be 11, which is fine because now there's an offset of 1, right? And then the next one, that's a 2. So now 11 should be 10. So for that number, that's right. But but I cannot minus 2 on every number. That's where I'm wrong. This is where I'm wrong. How can I fix this padding? So the longer you stay, I think I definitely need. So okay, but this plus C is at the time it is. Yeah, that is the beginning number, but I cannot minus everything by that number because this is minus 1. I don't know what it is. This is minus 1, this is minus 2, this is minus 3, this is minus 4, but I do minus 4 on everything. That's why this is wrong. So then I just have to offset. I was thinking about this, but I wasn't sure that this would be enough. Maybe minus 1. 9, 11, 10. Maybe that's it. And I was thinking about this, but I was very not confident about this. What is this 6 referring to? 6 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Let's give it a go. I feel like this is roughly right, but I don't know, to be honest. I'm very not confident now. Let's actually double check real quick, because these scores should be the best score on the last one. So this is 15 is right, 14 should be right, 11. So this is 0. So this would be taking this and then minus 1. So I think that's right. 13 is 1 plus this 13. So this is right. I think this is, well, it's right for that test case. Let's give it a submit. Okay. What a sloppiness. But yeah, hit the like button, hit the subscribe, and join me on Discord. Let me know what you think about this problem, explanation, whatever you need to do. I'll see you later. Stay good, stay healthy, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.